On the President Provost broadcast that kicked off the fall 2019 semester, I previewed a few of the things that are coming up on the podcast. If you haven't caught some of those, you can go back and check out our Mind the Gap episode. But I also announced that we want to help you share the gift of podcasts. And so, in order to encourage those of you who have discovered the joy of podcasts to share the gift, we are going to do something special beginning now through September 30th, 2019. If you show a colleague how to subscribe to a podcast, and we hope it's Our College Your Voices, but it can barely be anything you want, just take a quick selfie together. I will make a donation of $1 to your campus's Circle of Ivy for each new subscriber from your campus. Now, because we can't just look at our subscriber numbers and tell where you're from, you do have to take one additional step to make this happen so I know which campuses should get the money. Just upload the photo and fill out the quick form. It just asks for both of your names at link.ivytech.edu/give-pod. That's link.ivytech.edu/GIVEPOD. You have a chance to take up to $500 split across our campuses out of my pocket to increase the dollars available for Circle of Ivy grants this fall. And if your photos get especially creative, or perhaps if you share the gift of podcasts more than anyone else, there might be a couple of additional special prizes sent directly to you. So remember that sharing is caring, and share the gift of podcasts with your colleagues. Welcome to this episode of Our College Your Voices. I'm your host, Kara Monroe. Today, we're going to bring you one of 3 new episodes that are highlighting some of the different parts of the IvyOnline team. In this episode, we're going to learn about a new role that was created as a part of the IvyOnline restructure, and that is the role of the faculty lead. This new role plays a pivotal part in the success of our faculty and students in IvyOnline. To learn more, we have the 3 brave, adventurous faculty members who have taken the leap and joined our team as faculty leads. Let's go ahead and meet them. First up is Erin Lehman. Hi, Erin. How are you?
Good. How are you, Kara?
I'm good. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. You can normally find me teaching English at the Columbus campus, as I've been doing for the past 9-ish years. But I am currently the faculty lead for Art Sciences and Education.
Welcome. Thank you, Erin. And next is Valerie Golay. Hi, Valerie.
Hi, Kara.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yes. I have been on the South Bend Elkhart campus for the last 9 years. Been with Ivy Tech for 10. And I have been the department chair for the School of IT. So I've been a very busy lady.
Yes.
And I've very much enjoyed it. So this has been a great leap for me.
Good.
And I'm very excited.
Wonderful. Glad to have you. And Dr. Melissa Speck. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure. This is my 14th year with Ivy Tech. So I am currently the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs on the Sellersburg campus. And I'm also Department Chair for Accounting and Business.
Mm-hmm. And so you are serving as I think Valerie, you said you're serving as the faculty lead for School of IT. And then Melissa for the
business, logistics, supply chain.
Excellent. Erin, I don't think we said. Which school are you leading?
I am working with Art Sciences and Education.
Excellent. Very good. And also joining our 3 primary panelists today is Matthew Pittman. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Kara.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your role, please?
Sure. I am the Assistant Vice President for Educational Technology here at the college, and I also lead the IvyOnline unit.
Excellent. Welcome. Well, welcome to all of you, and we're going to dive in with a lot of good questions. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about what the role of faculty lead is and how does it fit within IvyOnline?
So the IvyOnline unit we are basically moving slowly each semester, groups of programs, courses, into the IvyOnline online courses. This will eventually move all of the online statewide courses for the college into IvyOnline, where they will be managed by this online unit and give us more, I would say, more stability in our courses. It will also be more economical for the college, but I think it will also be more consistent for the students and also I think, a better experience for the faculty, as they're all going to be in the same boat. And we're going to give them a lot of support in that boat, where right now they're kind of different on every campus. Everyone has a different experience. We're going to take every class and we're going to put them together in that course, and then we will support them, and then they'll be able to work together also online through Zoom meetings with whichever one of us is their lead. And we hope to do that on a weekly basis so that there's more help for them consistently, and also more camaraderie between them. I think this is going to be positive for our students in the end. We want our end goal across the college is student success. We want our students to feel welcome. We want them to have as much assistance as they need to succeed in their courses. And I think IvyOnline is going to be a successful way to bring that about for our students. I'm very excited about it.
Good. Awesome. I can tell that. So as a faculty lead, what are you sort of doing on a day in and day out basis? What's your day look like?
So as faculty lead right now, I spend a lot of time talking with faculty throughout the state who are teaching online and answering questions about the courses, answering questions with their students, kind of like maybe a program chair would, but on a much larger scale. And sometimes I have to do a little digging and find, who's your disability contact at this particular campus, or who's your registrar at this particular campus. So troubleshooting and helping to open those lines of communication.
We're new. That's what she said.
No.
So I think that's a good point, because it's a lot of sort of discovering and figuring out what the role is. What have been some of the fun parts of that part of the, I know when you were hired, there was a role description that you were each given, but sort of also said, help us figure this out. What's that been like? What's some of the learning that you've had as a result of that?
I think for me, I've had a really exciting item this week that just really made me feel, I got goosebumps, because it's exactly what I want IvyOnline to be. Mm-hmm. And it's exactly where I want to be in my role. So we have some confusion, a little bit of confusion with the 8-week, 16-week with faculty, which is to be expected, I think. And so the student believed it to be one way, and the faculty believed it to be another way, and the student actually was correct this time. So I brought this to the faculty's attention, and she was on top of it immediately, and so sorry that she had missed that. But the student, she was an ESL student, and she felt like she kept saying the word that she was stupid. And she's a female, and I'm for the School of IT, and one of my real big passions is women in IT. And I just wanted to cry. And so I spent a couple of hours this week with her in emails, just building her up and explaining to her that she's not stupid and that's what we're here for. And then talking to her, I guess maybe advisor from her area, or maybe a VCAA from their area. I haven't quite figured out what these new titles are. Who then was like, well, I don't know really how to help her. And so then I'm like, that's all right. I'm going to figure that out for you. And I'm going to figure it out for that student, because we can't leave students hanging, right? And I think that's part of our role, to help the faculty figure out how to help the students. But maybe since we're IvyOnline and these faculty may not be from that area where the students are, and there are no women in the School of IT where the student is from, and the student is only taking online classes. What do you do? So we have to, as a college, figure that out. And I think as IvyOnline, that could become a very common theme as we move forward and grow. So I'm very excited to try to get more people involved in different areas across the college to help us with that.
Right. And you make a really good point. I think the most interesting thing for me so far is just the variety of people I get to work with. We have some super talented faculty and staff across the state. And sometimes working in campuses, we don't get that experience every day. So being able to wake up and work with people who are just really talented and enthusiastic and positive is a good experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do the faculty leads collaborate with the curriculum committees?
Working with the curriculum committees is really important for us. These leaders across the state are the content experts. So we need to make sure that as faculty leads that we are leaning on them for that expertise. They are also going to share their full-time and part-time faculty with us. They have invested a lot of time recruiting people who are good with students, who are talented, who are content experts, and we get to benefit from that. So we need to make sure that we're supporting each other and communicating really often about what's going on with IvyOnline, what's going on with campus, and how we can help each other.
Absolutely. What are the expectations for teaching with IvyOnline, and is it any different from teaching online, sort of pre-IvyOnline?
Yeah, that's a good question. The expectations for any IvyOnline instructors are that you have to, be a fantastic online instructor. I hope you enjoy teaching online. I hope you enjoy working with students in the online environment. I don't think that these expectations would be different from campus expectations. From what I've seen so far, working with art sciences and education faculty, is that the online faculty that have been developed at the campus level are fantastic. They are committed to students. They're responsive. They care so much about students. I know the experience of being hired to kind of teach with IvyOnline is probably a little bit different for them. I know that viewing their courses in MyIvy and just the procedures that we've had so far have been a little bit different than how they would work with their campus chair. But they've been extremely flexible and generous faculty members, and I hope the change isn't too difficult for them so far.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I heard on campus last week, Erin, that I want to share with all of you, a lot of faculty have had reservations about having two different supervisors. So if you're teaching an on-campus class and an IvyOnline class, you have one for your on-ground courses and one supervisor for your IvyOnline. And one of the faculty members said, it's two resources. It's not two supervisors. And I thought that was just such a great way to think about it, because that really is, particularly for IvyOnline, I think as Melissa and Valerie and Erin, I know all of you serve as resources. It is really just to try to help break down all the barriers between campuses for the resources that students are going to need. So I thought that was a really great perspective.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I know some faculty have had reservations. I asked to put my name on the syllabus, but also they're welcome to put their campus chair on their syllabus as well. There are times when I have questions for the campus chair that I can't always answer, and the campus folks have been absolutely wonderful to work with.
Absolutely. Good. So what changes can faculty expect from IvyOnline over the next year?
So I can start that question since I'm leading IvyOnline, but I would definitely like to hear from the faculty leads as well, what they're sort of thinking. Over the next few years, the goal is to, as Valerie said, slowly get up to full speed and get all the courses currently offered online at the college into IvyOnline. We're working on that schedule. I know that's an outstanding question that faculty have and administrators have at the campus level is, when does my course become part of IvyOnline? When do I have to start working through that process? We hope to have that plan put in place and shared out with everyone this fall. So hopefully sometime later this fall, October, November, we'll be sharing out that schedule over the next 3 to 4 years. When we'll move all of the remaining courses. There's about 700 online courses statewide right now, and only about 300 of those are in our library today of courses that are managed centrally. So we've got a lot of work to do over the next few years to do that. We hope to evolve the faculty lead role and get into its final version. As I said, or actually, as Kara said, the 3 adventurous souls around the table today that took this role on are going to help define what that is. There's not a lot of people that would jump into a job where the job description is listed as a draft and come onto the team. And as Erin did as the first faculty lead, just kind of jump in and help me figure out what that really should be on a day-to-day basis. So I'm excited about all the opportunity that we have. We're really looking forward to launching some exciting professional development as well down the road, which our faculty leads will be very influential in helping us figure that out as we go forward.
Well, I think when we talk in terms of professional development, going back to the faculty that we have teaching for us now, Erin had a meeting early last week that one of the faculty members shared her ideas on how to engage students in the course. And I think having us lead that process will allow faculty to get those ideas out to a wider audience.
And I just think having taught for multiple campuses over the years and having that experience, just having, as a faculty member, having at least just one set of rules for online classes instead of, I think the worst I ever was at, I was teaching for 2 different campuses at the same time, but it was really sort of 2 different ways of doing things. And it's hard as a faculty member to go, just like we ask students to context switch, it's hard for us to do that too. So I think that's one other benefit that you all will continue to bring in there as it moves forward. So what does IvyOnline look like over the next few years? Matthew started to go into this a little bit, but what do you guys just think and what do you want it to look like over the next few years from the faculty lead perspective?
I would say that there will be more faculty leads. So all of you listening, be thinking about that because the 3 of us, or if it's not the 3 of us, the 3 positions, this is going to get very large. And there will definitely be a need for more people. And I'm not sure how it will shape out. I don't think it'll be exactly like it is now. I'm sure that we will figure out what works and what doesn't work. That's in any project that you launch, that's always the way it works. But I think we've had overall a really smooth launch, speaking from mine and Erin's standpoint, I think. I mean, we haven't had anybody yell at us yet, have we?
Maybe you haven't.
Well, maybe 1 or 2, but overall, I think it's been fairly smooth. And for launches and projects, I've had much worse launches.
Yeah,
much worse.
That's true.
So I think this is really, really nice. I think next semester will be a big tell because it's going to quadruple in size for the School of IT. So that's going to be really a large growth. But I really think that if we have the courses and the curriculum committees have the courses developed properly, and we really start focusing with the curriculum committees, getting those courses developed for online and really get really good curriculum. I think some of our courses need some help, and I think the curriculum committees have said that all along. I think they need more time, and I think we've discussed that. I'm trying to give them more time to develop those because rushing them through them is not going to give us what we want, right? It's not going to give us the really good classes for our students to excel in. And as far as the School of IT is concerned, those classes need to be like the top of what's happening in IT at this time. And that changes daily, if not monthly. And so every 6 months we're out of date. Every year we're out of date. We can't get textbooks that can stay in date with us. And so this is a real big challenge for my school, and one that I think that Matthew and you, Kara, are very much aware of and very considerate of when being able to develop those courses that they need to redevelop more frequently than other subject matters. So,
and Melissa, something Valerie said made me think of this. You're going from 0 to 100, literally for spring. Yeah. The curriculum committee in business actually came to IvyOnline and said, we really want to do this. We're really excited about it and we want to do that. Tell me a little bit about what you think the spring semester is going to look like for the School of Business, because it's a huge transition for them.
It is a big transition for us, but I think that as a committee, we have a very positive outlook. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's not surprising that we decided to go all in, because business really lends itself to the way that IvyOnline works. Also, as business folks, we're supposed to embrace innovation, and that's exactly what this is. So although it will be a big challenge for us, we have a great group of people working with us, and I think that will help move us forward. And I also agree with Valerie that maybe we shouldn't have a really defined idea of how this process works 3 years from now, because Ivy Tech is innovative and we like to have a lot of process improvement. So as we move along, we'll find those little things that make this better and go easier.
Yeah. Matthew and I, our catchphrase is
that nothing in IvyOnline is locked in stone. So absolutely.
Yeah. We are definitely trying to grow and adapt. So what are you most excited about in your role as faculty lead with IvyOnline, either now that you're doing today or coming up in the future?
What I'm really excited about is I've enjoyed working with faculty. They've been so inspiring. I almost feel a little selfish because I'm able to see all of these faculty from throughout the state working, doing their best, working with students. I'm really excited and energized by the really tough charge and challenge we have from the college. The college has put a lot of trust in us for this initiative, and that challenge to do online courses better, I think, is really important. And I think it's going to be really difficult. So I like that. I like being challenged like that.
I like that it's undefined. I like taking things that are in small parts and putting them together in a way that works. So for me, that undefined aspect of the job is really what drew me in.
I think I would agree with you, Melissa, because I like getting in on the ground floor of something that's not defined, that I can take ownership of and make it into what it needs to be and help develop it. So it's fun. I would like to reiterate what Erin had said about working with the faculty. It's really exciting to work with, especially the adjuncts around the state, which I had not had the opportunity to work with a lot. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of the faculty around the state, being in a lead position before, but I had not met a lot of the adjuncts. And wow, School of IT has some awesome adjuncts, and they're very nice to work with, and I'm really excited.
We do have an incredible adjunct faculty at Ivy Tech. That's awesome.
They're really cool.
I just want to say that we are open to feedback and we're open to ideas. I think a lot of people have brought questions and criticisms to me. And I just want to say, as a faculty lead, I know Melissa and Valerie are also have this attitude.
Absolutely.
We're open to ideas and we're open to different ways of doing things better.
Yes, definitely. Because we're not perfect. And one person can't know everything.
Well, I am truly excited about the three of you pioneering in this role, and Matthew for providing the leadership to form this role. It's not every person who will take on three new folks into their team who have draft job descriptions. So kudos to you for that as well. And is literally, we always sort of make a joke about, we're always building the plane while we're flying it. And that's 100% true here. And we are flying the plane full speed ahead, and we're trying to launch more planes right behind it. And I think a lot of people criticize that, but that's also, it is how you innovate, and it is how you get better doing what you already do. And that's what we're trying to do here. So kudos to all of you for the pioneering role that you're having today. We end every episode with a call to action. Today's call to action, I would reiterate something that Erin said earlier in the episode, is that if you have feedback or information that you want to share about IvyOnline, please do that. Reach out to Melissa or Valerie or Erin or Matthew and share any feedback that you have. We're always willing to learn from that. There's also a form available on the website. We'll put the link to that in our show notes so that you can see that, where you can put in questions and comments. And there's an FAQ and a list of courses. And also my second call to action is to keep an eye out. The call for applicants for spring semester is going to come out. I don't know exactly when this episode will release, but it will either have just come out or will be coming out right after this episode releases. So keep your eye out for that. And if you have interest and you're credentialed for one of the courses that's coming out in spring semester of the Alpha, we would love for you to join us. So thank you for joining this episode of Our College, Your Voices. I want to again thank the members of the panel for today, Valerie Golay, Melissa Speck, Erin Lehman, and Matthew Pittman. Thank you to each of you. I'm your host, Kara Monroe. You can connect with me on Twitter at KNM Tweets. Our producer is Ann Penny Valentine. Ann is on Twitter at IndyPenny. You can reach us by email at ourcollegeyourvoices@ivytech.edu. Leave us a voicemail at 317-572-5049. It remains the loneliest voicemail on the planet. So please do reach out. Leave us a voicemail, 317-572-5049. Our website is ivytech.edu/podcast. And don't forget, if you're a member of our Ivy Tech employee community, you can also join our listening group on Teams, Microsoft Teams. Just go out to join a team and identify the Our College, Your Voices team there and join it. We would love to have you be a part of our listener community. Production assistance for this and every episode is provided by Becky Campbell, Sarah DeWitt, and the Ivy Tech Community College marketing team. Our podcast concept is by Matthew Pittman, who's sitting here in the room with us today. The music, recording, and post-production services, as always, provided by the incredible Jen Eads at the Brassy Broadcasting Company. We will talk to you next time on Our College, Your Voices.